Hush, listen. This is a metaphysical soul teaching. Hush, listen, for there is a sound beneath the sounds, a whisper beneath the wind, a breath beneath your breathing. It is the quiet language of the spirit calling the sojourner back home to the sanctuary within. Every edge of the soul begins with stillness. Before light was spoken, before Eden was planted, before Adam opened his eyes to behold creation, there was silence. And in that silence, God moved. Sojourner, the greatest revelations do not shout. They rise like a dawn. They unfold like a seed. They break open like a tear that becomes a river. The divine does not speak to the noise you create. He speaks to the silence you surrender. Hush, listen, for the soul does not hear with the ears. It hears with awareness. It hears with yielding. It hears with the soft places of humility, where the Spirit writes his wisdom on the unguarded tablet of your heart. When Elijah stood upon the mountain, the wind came, mighty, fierce, but God was not in the wind. The earth shook beneath him, but God was not in the trembling. The fire roared with heat and fury, but God was not in the flame. And then a still, small voice, not a voice of sound, but a voice of knowing, not a voice of words, but a voice of presence. Hush, listen. This is where the soul becomes awakened. In the hush, truth rises. In the hush, clarity unfolds. In the hush, the illusion of life fades and the reality of spirit becomes visible. The world trains you to react, but heaven trains you to hear. The world demands your noise, but God invites your silence. For silence is not the absence of activity, it is the presence of attention. Sojourner, listen to the garden growing in your chest, to the breath that carries ancient wisdom, to the inward flame that never stops burning. Listen, for Christ speaks within you, not with thunder, but with tenderness. Silence is the soul's doorway. Stillness is the soul's teacher. Listening is the soul's transformation. So hush your fears and listen. Hush your striving and listen. Hush the storms within and listen. For the one who created worlds with a whisper, still whispers, and always will, to the heart that dares to be quiet enough to hear him, hush, listen. The Spirit is speaking, and the sojourner who learns to listen walks in revelation and rest in glory.